Hello there and welcome back. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Yes, I am Irish, so I'm going to celebrate St. Patty's Day with a quick, easy, and silly scrapbooking layout using garden poetry and a little mini album option. You might have been with me last week when I created the gorgeous layout using shaded spruce, night of navy, and the garden poetry collection. I had so much fun with that I thought we could move on, use some of those leftovers with this cute rainbow overlay. I created a couple little Cricut pieces, Lucky and Extra Loved, of course the pot of gold, and a shamrock. Now I have all of these adorable photos of my granddaughters, and my daughter followed suit, and she goes all out on St. Patrick's Day. Now those little leprechauns, they are mysterious. They leave their little footprints all over the place. They knock over things. Sometimes the underwear is flying from the ceiling fan, and they have set traps for years trying to catch those little leprechauns to no avail, but they usually end up having to eat green food for a week. So I have a few cute little photos of St. Patrick's Day with those granddaughters, and I just really have those. So I'm thinking of a single page layout using all the garden poetry leftovers. I pulled out the shaded spruce, the night of navy, and the different shades, and I thought we could do a technique called paper piecing. We're going to paper piece some pieces in the back of the rainbow overlay to create a little fun dynamic. So there's a couple ways that I like to paper piece that makes a tedious task really fast. So a lot of times I will add the glue to the back of whatever I'm going to paper piece to, gently put it on, and before it's completely dry, I'm going to use the claw of my scissors and just shimmy it underneath the edge just a teeny tiny bit. Now this can still be a little tedious, but it's pretty fast if you get in there before the glue completely dries. You definitely want to have some nonstick scissors, and you can just go all the way around the area really quickly what you want to paper piece out. And that allows you to add really cute patterns behind sections of the overlay that you're using. I'll link in the description this overlay, the rainbow and the parts and pieces that I use on the Cricut. I will link the Design Space link in there. But another way to do this is take the negative space that is in the Cricut cutout and then leave yourself a quarter or so of an edge that is all the way around the negative piece that you are cutting around, so that you have a little lip to glue to. So I'm going to do it both ways, and both ways work equally as well, but it makes it really fast to paper piece. Some people, when they hear paper piecing, they totally groan. I've even paper pieced little teeny clothes onto different stamps or dies, and it can get really tedious. But these are two quick little tips that really make paper piecing fast, and it adds so much to the overlay or the item that you're using to add that pattern paper background to it. So now you can see I could glue that on, and I would have a nice little lip by adding that extra quarter of an inch. So I think the beautiful water wash pattern from Garden Poetry is perfect for the clouds. Now I kind of want to use a little leftover of the leaf pattern that has mixed greens and blues. That helps to tie in the greens and the blues together, and we're going full on silly St. Patrick's Day today. So this isn't going to be a hard, over the top, gorgeous layout, but I do think that we can do it justice and get those greens and blues in there. So I'm going to gut the Night of Navy blue pattern for the background, and then I've added an 11-inch willow white base that can sit inside, and I kind of want to incorporate somehow both the green and the blue. So I have a 10 3/4 by 10 3/4 Night of Navy and a 10 3/4 by 10 3/4 shaded spruce, and what I end up doing is cutting both on an angle. You'll have to use a larger ruler or a larger straight edge to go on a diagonal, but I have laid that across each of the Night of Navy and the shaded spruce papers so that I can cut them on an angle and then piece those two together on top of the willow white to somehow coordinate both both the blue and the green. There's an awful lot of green in the granddaughter's photos. My daughter goes all out, and their rooms were with, lit up with green lights. The toilet water is green. I think their milk was green for a while because of those silly leprechauns. And so I think then, because we have all of these random St. Patrick's Day photos, I would like to make a mini book. So I'm going to start with Night of Navy 3.5 by 10.5, 2 of them, and score them 2 times at 3.5 to make a folded booklet. And I think what we'll do is we'll put those 2 folded booklets together in the middle to make it really long. So let's make a separate one, and let's go ahead and lay it on the scoring blade and score it at 3.5 on both sides. So then you have 3 sections that are 3.5. Now this is a technique that we used years and years ago. We made lots of little interactive albums by hand. Often we will now just use our flip flaps, but I do love the concept of creating this mini album, and I believe I'll be able to get 9 photo opportunities or journal opportunities by creating the mini album. So I'm going to put one 3.5-inch section together in the middle, and then I can fold those. You can use a scoring tool to really burnish those edges and make it nice and crisp, but I love now how that can open up or close. And if you're one that doesn't like things that are open, or that you have to slide your page out of your page protector, you can actually cut a square right in your page protector so that that mini album will pop right through. So what I like to do, as I'm putting the photos on here, I will explain. I will put my page, when it's completed, into the page protector, and I will draw a box in ballpoint pen around the part that I want to peek through the page protector. So in this case, like a little tiny bit more than a 3.5 by 3.5 square, and I will draw around it exactly where it's placed on the page. Then I will put a small cutting board inside the page protector and take my scissors or my X-Acto knife. More often than not, I just use the fine point on my scissors and cut around that box and cut that little box out of the page protector. Now when you put the page in there, the little interactive mini album shows right through. So now that I have the mini album made and I've added my photos and my journaling to that, now I can get them so that they close. And what I will do is I will add score tape on the back of the base of the mini album. And when I get ready to place it on the page, I will use that score tape on the back, and then I'll add maybe a little bit of gold twine. I kind of had a hard time deciding. I think a little gold ribbon would look really cute. I'm not super happy with the twine. It doesn't show up as much as I would like it to. So I may have to go back and find some gold ribbon or something like that. But whatever you want to close your album with, you're going to adhere the base of the ribbon or the twine in the back so that there's loose twine or string on both sides of the album, so that when people are flipping through the album, they can easily untie it, but the string won't come loose or the ribbon won't come loose, and then you can tie it shut. Now I've added a little bit of I've added the pot to the rainbow, I've added the rainbow to the page, I've added the title to the page with foam tape, and a couple little stars that I backed with that pattern paper that were on the Cricut file that will be in the description. So just click that more button and you'll see the free DS link in there. You do have to own the images that I've used for the Design Space file to open, but if you do, it will open up and they will be sized and colored, and all you'll have to do is click Make It on your Cricut, and you will have the rainbow, the pot, and the title. Now, I don't want to do a ton of decorating. This is just a quick and easy page that I'm throwing together in honor of St. Patrick's Day, since I'm Irish. So I'm going to punch a few gold leaves that I think will add a little bit. I wasn't sure if I would put the shamrock on the album or just add the shamrock up by the title, I do end up adding the shamrock up by the title. But now I feel like by adding these little punch leaves or any little golden flecks that you want to, it will just put it over the edge and tie in the gold. I've added a few of the floral accents. They're gold floral accents and they're kind of like gold gems. I've added those to the pot of gold and I'll probably add those to the layout, but I feel like I have celebrated a very quick and easy fun layout, and I've celebrated my granddaughters and St. Patrick's Day since I am Irish. My grandmother used to sing me a song. She would say Kelly. Has anyone here seen Kelly? Her hair is red, her eyes are blue, she's Irish through and through. So my mother is a redhead all the way. I'm a little bit more of a brown tone, but you definitely see the red come out in the summer sun. So the Irish is definitely in there. I'm so happy with how quick and easy this was and how I was able to incorporate my leftover greens and blues from the Garden Poetry collection. The Garden Poetry collection is so beautiful and it's so much fun to use the greens and celebrate the greens and the luck of the Irish. I hope that you've enjoyed today. You'll grab that free Design Space file and you'll try to make this layout or your take on this layout yourself. If you do, I hope you'll find me on social media and you will share it with me. I love to see what you are inspired to do from my videos. If you were inspired or you enjoyed today's video, won't you give me a thumbs up and subscribe and shoot me a comment, and definitely come back soon for more right here on Snips by Kelly.